Hey everybody, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. Finally got my control unit, or my little power unit for this Titanic, and we're going to check that out and do a test with it. Um, the only thing I don't like about it is not Lego. It is an off-brand. Just pricing, the Lego originals are pretty expensive for um, what I'm using it for. It's basically just going to sit in the Titanic, and every now and then if somebody wants to check it out, I'll turn it up, turn it on, use it for a few minutes, and that's it. So couldn't couldn't really see the price of paying as much as some of these people want for a Lego original versus a off-brand that does the exact same thing. Like I said, normally I'm not a huge off-brand guy, but in this case it was really my best and cheapest option, and it still works. You guys can see here I already have the tension cables pulled for the smokestack, so I can pull this section out, and you guys can see how that works. It just pulls out really nicely. You guys can see the control unit down in there. It is rechargeable, which is nice. It has a cable that is a USB plug-in on one side, and then the charger cable plug-in on the other side. I wish this cord was a little bit longer so I didn't have to remove that every time I charge it, but it is fully charged right now, so it should last quite a while. And you guys can see it has the on-off switch there, and then a slot for an axle to fit into, and then two different directions of rotation, and and various speeds for both directions, which is really nice. To use that, for right now, I just have a capped axle with a gear on it, so I can easily turn it and then pull the gear out of there. Slide that down into place. Press the button to turn it on. You guys can see green light on. And now I should be able to start this at slower speeds. It's going to take a minute to start there just because there is a lot that motor is doing. But I can run this at a more normal speed. You guys can see the engines turning over there. And then you guys can see back here the propellers spinning. And now we can actually get a good view of, see if I can get over here, of how much quicker the rudder prop is spinning than the starboard prop. And that's exactly how it should be. You guys can see the starboard and port props are spinning opposite directions of each other, same speed. Meanwhile, the rudder prop is spinning the same direction as the starboard prop, and it's spinning a little bit faster. You guys can visually see that it is spinning faster than the other ones. That's all done through that gearbox that I showed you guys when I was putting this together. Kind of getting all that figured out, so that looks really awesome. And that's a nice speed. Probably about as fast as that would be going in real life. Not 100% sure about that, but probably pretty close. So that's really neat to just sit back and watch that stuff work. And then also watch the engines. Watch the cranks turn around. The piston rods moving up and down. See the big flywheels on the front spinning. So that's really cool. And then, of course, I can turn the speed up more if I really want stuff to go fast. So you guys can see that's considerably faster. And then, so that was spinning for forward direction. Now I can also reverse this and have stuff spinning in reverse direction, which is kind of neat. and I can also speed that way up, which I don't need the stuff spinning that fast. But it's cool because you guys can see, spinning in reverse fairly fast. Turn that till it indicates in the middle off, and then turn it back to the left. And that's about as slow as I can run it. You guys can see the engines like to slide out of place a little bit there. But it is very cool to have that in there now where I can take a step back and everything is running on its own. I can enjoy all the mechanical stuff that I did on the inside that makes everything work, everything spin the correct direction. So like I said, even though it's off-brand, it is doing exactly what it needs to. It is completely compatible with Lego. So that's a nice little compromise for getting a variable speed control unit in there. Nice little rechargeable power pack. And it works good, so that'll be nice. And as you guys saw, I can, if I get that set at a speed I'm happy with, I can then take that out, put my stack back in place, and then essentially reconnect those and just let that run as a fully assembled showpiece, which is kind of neat. Not too sure how long the batteries last on those, but took a while to charge, so I'm guessing it's got a pretty decent life on it. But there you go, guys. That kind of shows you how easy I made this to access down in there. So that's really nice. And then I can just simply stick that back in place. When I'm done, turn it back there, hit the button, and then it's off and ready to go for next time. So there you go, guys. Finally got that in. Everything's working really nice as I already tested it. So basically just wanted to get something where I could run stuff not quite as fast. As you guys saw in my one test video, a normal on-off power pack like this just runs that motor way too fast, and everything is just, it's turning not a very prototypical speed for me. So that was the only downfall that I had from the gearing that I had to do in there. There was no way for how tight it was for everything, and certain points that needed to be in certain spots really limited my gearing in there, as you guys saw in some of my building updates on this. So I was working with a lot of constraints on what I could do. I did have it originally where it was running at a good speed, but the motor was sitting up too high, so I had to completely change it and move the motor way down to allow me to build some of the structure to actually pop some of these pieces on, attach deck pieces upper. So a lot of thought process went into that. And so this variable speed unit really helps control what I wasn't able to control with the gears. So but that's it, guys. The Titanic is pretty much done, or it is done. I just have to slide all the sections back together. I have that's just going to stay in there, so that way whenever I want to show off the mechanical functions that I've added, I can. As you guys can see, easy access, just a nice little pop-out piece that I have there. So hopefully you guys enjoyed that. Quite a wait for that. It was like over a month wait for that, so it was kind of nice. And so yeah, now I can get my Titanic all back together up on the shelf there, get everything slid back, and it's done. And then we're on to the next project. As you guys can see, I got a lot of parts sitting around, so hopefully you guys enjoy these the Titanic videos, and until next time.